taken the wrong way.
So we'll have to wait and see if the two take the deal. Their next hearing isn't scheduled until February. And Action News did check on the status of their child. We're told the child is still in custody of Child Protective Services and doing fine. Now to Elizabeth Smart. She's the woman beneath that umbrella there. 8 years ago, she was kidnapped from her own home, held captive for months, and sexually assaulted almost daily. Today, a federal jury in Utah convicted street preacher Brian Mitchell of the crime, rejecting his insanity plea.
Today is a wonderful day, and I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm so thrilled with the verdict. But not only that, I'm so thrilled to stand before the people of America today and give hope to other victims who have not spoken out about their crime, about what's happened to them.
Mitchell faces a possible life sentence. No public comment yet from Elizabeth Smart or her family. In Santa Cruz, police cleaning up the aftermath of a downtown drug sweep that netted nearly a dozen arrests. Action News reporter Phil Gomez is live in Santa Cruz with the details. Phil?
Alisa.
All right. Thank you, Phil, for that live report. And we now have new information on a fatal fire earlier this week in Salinas. Today, fire investigators confirming what neighbors told Action News earlier this week, that Tuesday night's fire on Casera Circle was set intentionally. The owner of the home, Garrett Gould, not only set the fire, but died in it as well. He had recently been dealing with a string of financial difficulties. Salinas Valley Memorial Hospital announcing another round of job cuts, the second time in less than a year. This time, as much as 6% of the workforce will be laid off. The goal, save $2 million a month.
We're going to adjust our number of staff to our volume. So the number of employees to each patient is going to remain the same. Our volume is down. The reasons for why it's down, we're all speculating about.
Layoff notices will start going out in the next 72 hours. They'll take effect by the end of the year. Now, we did ask what departments the layoffs will be in. Medical staff, administrative, clerical. We're told it would include nurses, administrative, and other staff. And again, the goal is to save $2 million a month. Those employees will be placed on preferential rehire list and will have preferences as jobs become available. Project Economy now and the federal deficit. The Treasury Department released new numbers today showing the federal deficit at a record high during November, $150 billion. Again, that's the highest November deficit ever. And the Treasury Department report indicates that if Congress passes the Obama tax cut plan, that deficit will go even higher in the future. More on today's developments regarding that from Action News reporter Brian Moore. In news around the world, the latest developments surrounding WikiLeaks. You're looking at video from the bunker in Sweden where many of the WikiLeaks servers are stored. And there are concerns that these servers are being used by WikiLeaks supporters around the world who are downloading massive amounts of spam shooting software, with the eventual target being PayPal, MasterCard, and other credit companies. The goal being to shut them down during the holiday season. And here's something we only get to see once a year, the pomp and circumstances, that is the awarding of the Nobel Prizes. Today in Stockholm, Sweden's king handed out prizes for literature, physics, chemistry, economics, and medicine. The winner of the Nobel Peace Prize was not present. He is a Chinese activist currently in jail, and the Chinese government denounced today's ceremony as an attack on their political and legal system. Coming up, more on this Red Kettle special edition of Action News 8, including a $5,000 mystery donation. And could a prescription drug be the cure to prescription drug addiction? It's working with alcoholism, and now doctors believe it could cure even more. And you've heard of renewable energy. Well, how about renewable jewelry? Find out who's making it and how. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to this special Sherry Holiday edition of Action News at 5. We'll be rejoining Dan Green and Aaron Clark for more in just a few minutes. But first, we've got some stories to capture the holiday spirit. This is one of my favorite, by the way. First stop, Peoria, Illinois, for a look at some holiday jewelry with a creator like no other. I'm not kidding. Take a look at these gems, pendants, stocking charms, and tree ornaments made by the jewelers Elu and Rika. Never heard of them? Well, perhaps that's because they are reindeer. And the jewelry is made from their reindeer droppings. Yes, I said reindeer droppings. Reindeer poop, so valuable, it's helped raise $20,000 in jewelry sales. Instead of renewable energy, it is renewable jewelry. Next stop, Redmond, Oregon, and meet Nala. She's a pit bull mix who's been living at the shelter since last spring. Well, Monday morning, she was being taken for her regular walk, and she suddenly ran towards the side of the road, and guess what she found? A little Cocker Spaniel, blind, stuck, and in a ditch. Well, thanks to Nala, the shelter volunteer got the Spaniel out of the ditch, even found its owners. Now let's hope they can find a home for Nala. And then there's Northwest Georgia and the giant wad of generosity inside a Salvation Army red kettle. Somebody managed to squeeze some $100 bills into one kettle, not just a few, but 55 $100 bills all into one kettle.
I just started screaming. I found different little piles of $100 bills, so everyone was real excited, and we were counting them out loud, and everybody was cheering.
Exciting, and that money was donated anonymously. In fact, some are thinking tonight that that might have been the work of more than one person. Either way, it was great. Time now to check in with Art Jared and see what's going on with our weather. We've had sprinkles, we've had sun. What is next?
What's next? More sun is next. That's what, Alisa, what do you say? Right back to you, huh?
Not too bad. Just keep that umbrella handy and you're in good shape.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Art.
All right.
As the holiday alcohol is flowing, a new survey finds as many as 30 million Americans drive drunk every year, and 10 million say they've driven under the influence of drugs. A new study from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration finds Wisconsin and North Dakota had the highest levels of drunk driving. The same is true for Rhode Island and Vermont when it comes to driving under the influence of drugs. California actually had one of the highest reductions in the number of people driving under the influence of drugs. A new study finds lowering the drinking age would not likely decrease binge drinking among college students. There is a theory that if students as young as 18 could drink legally, they would adopt more moderate drinking habits rather than resorting to binge drinking. But based on a survey and data from that, college students, researchers found binge drinking rates would not likely change, and in some cases could even rise. Well, tonight's doctors say a drug that treats alcohol dependence may also be able to help the close to 2 million Americans who are addicted to prescription drugs. Action News reporter Susie Solis shows us how the vaccine worked for one woman. And that was Susie Solis reporting for us tonight. Vivitrol is also marketed under generic forms, the trade names Revia and Depade. And on our website tonight, how sleep can keep a few extra pounds off during the holidays. Details on a controversial diet pill winning approval from the FDA. And is your memory getting a little foggier than it used to be? Well, we've got the 5 signs to show you it's not anything to worry about. All this and much more on the health section of our website, KSBW.com. Now that's it for this abbreviated edition of Action News 8 at 5. I'll be back at 6 with more news. NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams comes up at 5:30. We're going to take a break now, then rejoin Dan Green and Aaron Clark for more of our Share Your Holiday celebration. I'll see you at 6. Have a good one.